Well, this is the review of the TVS Apache RTR 164V BS-6, and before starting anything, we are really sorry for this review being so late. But still, the RTR 164V is a powerful bike in the segment, and hence its BS-6 version review is an important one, let it be early or late. So let's start the proceedings, and here since the RTR series is all about performance and racing theme, let's first pull up the spec sheet, and here as you can see, this new BS-6 engine is a 159.7cc oil-cooled 4-stroke single-cylinder fuel-injected engine, which is obviously of BS-6 standard. And after testing this 164V BS-6, I gotta say TVS has come a long way and they have completely shocked me with this engine. The RTR 164V was all about power when I tested the old BS4 engine, but that BS4 was lacking the core smoothness and refinement. But with this, it's a joy to ride bike. There is total refinement and the engine has been perfected. And even then, they kept the great power output and good torque generation intact. So let's get to the things more deep. And here firstly, this 160cc engine is fitted to a 5-speed gearbox, which is a really good one with smoothness and easy shifts. And here right from the first gear, the bike does generate enough power, so it's like the bike is waiting to jump forward if you need it. But then if you don't need it, that smoothness and relaxing ride thing kicks in. The gear is set well, so while riding in city, if you want a casual style ride, you can hit the top gear in the 40 to 50 km/h mark, and even then when I did attempt a short gear shift pattern, there was no engine stress or chain issue. And when I did try to ride the other way around by pushing max with every gear, well then also that refinement and engine quality was well maintained. I could hit the 90 to 100 km/h mark without overloading the engine, and even at that speed range, the bike on top of being stable was vibration and disturbance free. I mean, not even from the handle there was no major vibrations or stuff like that, and overall, I love the ride quality in this new RTR 164V BS-6. And I can easily say that this is the best RTR 160cc bike launched, period. If you have been an RTR fan, you'll love this one. You get all that power at a much more impressive manner. And actually, another area that I wanted to see an update was with the ride comfort side, and I'm happy to report TVS did it right this time. So it's like a double bonus. They have improved the ride quality and also the ride comfort, and hence the ride experience is top notch now. So coming to the ride comfort side, well, if you have watched my old RTR 164V review, I didn't like the seat used in that. It was not very comfortable and I did complain, but right now after testing the BS-6 RTR 164V, I can say that the seat issue has been fixed. Now this is a single seat with a dual tone accent, and here the cushioning has been made denser, so for me, even after riding continuously for approximately 50 kilometers, I was feeling very comfortable. There was nothing like I need to take a break because I was enjoying the ride comfort. Now it's not only because of the seat alone, but other factors does play a major role too, like the seating posture. It's not an upright one, but instead it leans towards that sporty posture, but then it's not very aggressive too. The handlebar is a bit far, but I could easily reach it, and also the gear lever and the brake lever are not very rare set, so it felt like it was in a proper position. Hence there was no strain to the body while riding, and also the pillion seating was good too. There was much needed space and the same cushioning like what's available for the rider, and also getting in and getting out was easy for the pillion too. And now about the suspensions, well the front is a telescopic fork suspension and the rear is a monoshock one. And here the front was on the softer side while the rear felt to be moderately stiff, and both of them does take stress from bad conditions pretty well. So that's all a plus point, which is another reason why the ride comfort was perfect. Well, after checking the riding side of things, the ride quality and comfort has been done spot on by TVS, and hence this Apache RTR 164V BS-6 gets a big thumbs up in this category from me. And now moving to the safety side of things, let's first take the tire dimensions and the brake options. And here firstly with the tire measurements, well, the front tire is 90 mm thick and it's a tubeless tire fitted to a 17-inch rim, and the rear tire will be 110 mm thick if you go for the drum variant, but if you get the disc brake variant, it's gonna be 130 mm thick, and here also this tire is a tubeless one, again fitted to a 17-inch rim. Then about the brakes, well no matter which variant you get, the front will be 270 mm pedal disc, while the rear it can be either 130 mm drum or 200 mm pedal disc. And also both the variants of the RTR 164V BS-6 have a single channel ABS system and it's equipped in the front wheel. And here the version I tested is the dual disc variant, which is the top end variant, and from it I didn't face any issues while braking or cornering. The bike did stop well in the correct way that I wanted it even while doing quick brakes in the 80s mark, and also there was no rear wheel lift off or even any skids. And about the tires gripping the road while taking a tight corner, well it's not the best, but still it was fine too. Now since we talked about the two variants, I think it's the right time to pull up the price chart of both these versions, and as you can see, the ex-showroom pricing in Kollam, Kerala for the dual disc variant is 1,08,817 Indian rupees, and for the single disc variant, its ex-showroom pricing in Kollam, Kerala is 1,05,817 Indian rupees. So it's like a 3,000 rupees difference, but I think it's a good option to spend that extra cost and get the top variant if you're planning to buy the RTR 164V BS-6. And by the way, if you're in Kollam, Kerala and you want to know the on-road pricing, or maybe if you're looking for a test ride or even for booking of any TVS bikes or scooters, you can contact the main TVS dealer in Kollam, Kerala, which is SS TVS. So till now, all the things we have checked is pretty great with the RTR 164V BS-6, and hence the next thing is something that's not the perfect thing, and it's the ride control. Now the RTR 164V BS-6 is a bike that gives good ride control, but then it's not the best. The bike does weigh 149 kg, which is balanced throughout in a neat manner, but then while checking the very quick flicks and abrupt turning, this bike won't take the first spot. And hence I did rate the ride control in the bike as the good part and not the best one. And also, if in case you're interested in the rider's seat height, well, it's 800 mm, and for me it was perfect. I didn't face any issues reaching the ground, nor did I have trouble from the handlebar. And one more great thing that needs to be stressed here is the ground clearance. It's 180 mm, and I did test through very bad conditions, and the bike easily got through without any issues. So the next thing we have to check is the mileage of this bike. Well, for that, firstly, the tank capacity is 12 liters, which is standard for a bike in this segment. And here from our testing, the mileage we got is approximately 53 km per liter, which is a pretty good number for a bike in this segment. And actually, that number is while riding in mixed scenarios. But then always please note, this is the mileage we got, and for you, it might be different because mileage totally depends on riding conditions and riding pattern. Well, since we have checked almost every other stuff other than the design, let's now focus on that. And here, as you can see, this is a RTR series bike, and it's pretty evident in one look. From the front, you get the aggressive looking headlight, which has the snake fang DRL, and this time this whole set is LED. This does add a lot of attitude for this bike, and also the range and coverage from this headlight is without doubt the best in the segment. Road visibility was excellent, and its night rides are easy with it. Then as usual, one thing that shouldn't be a surprise is the racing theme graphics used throughout the bike. And actually, this Racing Flag theme one in the fuel tank is a sleek looking one, and also the tank's design is just pure RTR stuff. There is this great curve for a proper hold while riding, and I do like the tank's design. This dual tone paint scheme is adding a good touch, and everything just matches well. And about the speedo console used, it's a very familiar RTR 164V one that we are used to. The backlight is amber colored with the 321 Go Race On Welcome screen, and this meter does show all the needed race-centric info. Now if this was a white backlight, it would have given the console a much more cleaner look. Then moving to the rear section of the bike, here also it's the familiar stuff, which is the small and neat looking tail light, which blends well with the whole design of this bike, and the indicators are also matching well. And about the pillion grab bar, it's a typical RTR style one, which is a comfortable one for the pillion to hold. Then some of the extra add-ons you're getting here is the engine cowl with the Hyper Edge branding, and also you get a rear tire hugger, which is a handy thing. Then if you're wondering about the handlebar and the switch controls, well, the handlebar is a matte black theme one, which is the straight type one, and the switch controls are all the needed ones. On the left there is the pass light along with dim bright toggle, indicator control and horn, and on the right there is the engine kill switch and the self start switch. And lastly, the exhaust used is the classic RTR double barrel one, which does output a pretty punchy note. Then couple of stuff to note before the verdict is that the RTR 164V BS-6 does have glide-through technology, which we did demonstrate in our RTR 204V BS-6 video. So if you want to know more about it, you can check that video from the link in the description section below. And also about the color options for this RTR 164V BS-6, well, there are three, and the one shown in this video is the racing red. So I guess that's everything for this review. Now, even though we did the review late, I'm happy that we could test ride this killer bike. It's a great option in this segment in every manner. The pricing is very aggressive, and TVS has actually done a lot of great things here, which makes the RTR 164V BS-6 a wonderful option. What you get is a very refined and smooth engine which has great power for its capacity, and also this time the engine is properly backed by the better and improved ride comfort, and also good safety, and even pretty neat mileage number 2. So if you're planning to get a RTR 164V BS-6, I think you're gonna love it. That's all for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If so, a like is much appreciated and a sub would be great. See you again in the next one. Till then, bye, and always ride safe.